Hello Libra, thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot by Paul Foster Case and Arthur Edward Waite. For the supportive cards, the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Alright, as usual, I've already shuffled. Okay, so I feel like the best place to start, I should say. I feel like in the distant past, it was very good. It started out very well, and this situation had a really good moment to it. All right, so I feel like that's back a ways. The situation currently, I feel like it's work upon work, and it just seems to take more work. And maybe you're getting a little drowned in it. You're feeling like it's just never ending, and you might be bored with it. Okay. Interesting. Just a Gemini, they were bored too, but they were doing good with it. I think you might too. We got to see how it works out for you here. Because I'm questioning. I'm like, am I just in that mood? Like that's the word of the day. What's going on with this? Because there's a lot. I get a lot of pentacles where you're working and working and working, and you're feeling like it's just a lot of work. As you're going into this, I feel like you're doing the work here. But we have three cards together here. The Three of Pentacles, the Star, and the Harvest down in the environment area. So I feel like something, it's producing a yield, or like a harvest, as it says here, but it's not the final harvest. Like sometimes, like when, like farmers, I believe there's like 3 harvests, at least in the area I'm in, like they plant the stuff in the spring and then they harvest it the first time, and then it grows up again, the second time it grows up again, and then the third and final time before the winter. So I feel like that's what we're saying here, is like this is not the final harvest, but you're working to help things come to fruition. Like it's producing a yield, if you will, at this point. And you're already like, I feel like you're already, even when you're doing this, you're already like, well, now I gotta get ready for the next part. And I don't feel like you're excited about it. You're just kind of like, same old, same old. It feels like it's kind of drowning you out. Something is interesting here, because you're doing the work still. So you go from realizing you're going to go into the next situation, you're going to start it again. I feel like you're just kind of bored with it. And you're doing the work, and you're putting in the effort to do so. But something is different here. Because I feel like it might be starting to come through that you're not really into it. That you're forcing yourself, to do it. And you're trying to be as accommodating as possible. I feel like you might be giving off signs of that, because somebody you're working with, somebody who has more control, or is either your partner or a control. Like either the same level as you, or they're above you, and they rely on you for certain things. They're aware of, I feel like they're seeing it. And like the 10 of Swords is on their mind, in the sense of like they're afraid that you might be looking to finish off and go somewhere else. I feel like they might come to you and ask you if you're happy and things like that. I'm also getting like that's maybe not exactly how this is coming through. So for more of you, it might come through that somebody else might be leaving. Oh. Somebody else kind of... All right, so we got the King of Swords with the Ten of Swords. What are we talking about? Somebody might quit. Oh, somebody might leave quickly. An abrupt ending. So there's an abrupt ending around you. Okay. For some of you, you do have people realizing that you're kind of done, but for others, it seems like the majority of you, it's more about an abrupt ending around you that's causing a little bit of because they're out. Six of Swords, they're done. Now, the interesting thing is this makes the situation a lot easier for you. And it feels very stable. But now you're coming forward after this change on that side. You're also saying how you feel about something. I still feel like you're bored with it. And you're just really not interested anymore. Because I feel like at this point, like somebody, like this is interesting. This situation here, what happens around you changes your perspective. And somehow, this ending, because it's like, I feel like for whoever this is, they're unhappy. And that's why they're leaving. Like the Ten of Swords, I feel, is explaining how they're feeling. This is their thoughts. And it's either they're seeing you wanting to go and they're aware that you're gonna, and they're upset about it and they're really worried about it, or they're thinking this situation is just bull and they're done with it and they don't want to do it anymore, they don't want to have anything to do with it, and they're out, or they could get fired. It's an abrupt ending of some sort. Either they see you leaving or they leave abruptly. This is somebody who has a lot weighing on them, and they're done. Okay. And there's a moving on from this person. So at the very least, you and this person are not going to be working together or dealing with each other in this arena, this situation anymore. Okay. This parting, though, however this is really good, because this makes you feel better in one way or another, because you put forth exactly, I feel like you tell exactly how you feel, but you feel safer at this point, because the other person let the cat out of the bag, you say the same thing. And this is where you start looking for other opportunities. And you find them. Because you have the Three of Swords with the Prosperity card. I feel like you're moving on. And I don't think most of you are just going to cut and run. I don't think that's going to happen. But whatever happened with this other person around you, it inspired you to go look to see what you can get. You found what you wanted. I almost feel like this person, however they reacted, it almost like it felt like it gave you permission to go a different direction, and you're taking it. And you feel very comfortable and safe doing that because of this person. This person is having a big effect on you. However, I know it's a general read, but it's like I'm trying to pin it down, but then they're reminding me it's a general read. I'm not going to be able to do that. It's because there's so many people watching. But the situation overall, you don't want to keep doing it. Whatever it is, you're just. I'm not even feeling like it's a really bad situation. You're just bored with it. At the very least, you want out. Something happens with this person around you, and for one reason or another, either they're out and they're no longer a part of the situation, or they're talking with you because they can tell that you're not interested anymore and they think you're going to leave. And you kind of like, if that's the case, you're just saying, yeah, I do. I am kind of bored with it, but it's a very calm, peaceful conversation. You're very comfortable with the conversation if that's what it is. If you're leaving, though, they're very sad to see you go because they very much like you around. Okay. So this is an ending of this person. You're not going to be doing this situation with them much longer, at the very least. This has a big effect on you because that's when you open the door, you allow yourself to look, and you find what you want and you go. I don't feel like for most of you it's an abrupt ending though. Like you find what you want. I feel like you find it relatively quickly, and then you go for it. I don't. As of late, I don't try to squish them into like a 2 week period. Like this could go out a little longer, but basically you're gonna find what you want. Once you come forward with how you feel and that you're interested in moving on, you'll start looking. I feel like opportunities will easily come to you. I don't feel like it'll be an issue. All right. So I think I'm kind of starting to rehash that, so I'm going to let that go. Of course, if you'd like a direct email from if you'd like a reading from me, go ahead and shoot me an email. James4astral@gmail.com. James the number 4 astral@gmail.com. Thank you for watching.